I love using what God gave to me. It's so amazing. I can't explain it. Turning hope to reality. Touching your life with mine. Using the gift of my hands to create all I can.
Hello, everyone. I am Faith Godbold from A Touch of Faith. Thank you for watching the replay. Come on in. I am super excited to be back with you, and I hope you all are having an amazing day so far. So, as you're coming in, make sure you say something so I know you're here, whether you're watching us right now live or later on the replay. And as you're coming in, I look forward to seeing where you're joining us from. So would you comment your city and state and let us know how far our broadcast is reaching? And finally, if this is your first time joining us, make sure you comment the word new. And after this live is over, I will go back and invite you to become a part of our faith family. I think I have us all set. And I wanted to add my VIP group Faith's Beauty Bar because we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to change it up a bit, and I was going to have us create something, but I really thought about it, y'all, and I wanted to change out my mani today. I didn't have a chance to do everything on my list, so we're going to do that tonight. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you those beautiful colors in just a minute, but come on in. Let's get settled, and I can't wait to see who all is going to join us. I'm trying to make sure I have everything pulled up. I added a few things on my screen beforehand, and I'm going to check and see who's live with us in just a minute. So, how are y'all doing? I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Donzel, you've made it. Hey, Donzel. And is it Joao? I hope I'm saying your name right. Naomi. I hope I'm pronouncing y'all's names right on YouTube. Hello, Sunflower. How are y'all doing? Y'all come on in. I'm just getting everything set and ready to go. We are going to explore some Color Street today. And Color Street, if you have not heard, they started with nail polish strips. That's how I was introduced to them during COVID. And since then, they have launched so many beauty products that I can't even begin to tell you all about them. But here's what I will do. Let me add my link to the comments. So while we are live, if you want to check out anything, and even while we're on replay, feel free. You can check out this link and you can see exactly what they have to offer. This link will take you over to my website where you can see all sorts of products. And if you want to try a sample before you actually try out the nail polish, you can absolutely do that as well. Okay, so I just added the link. Let me show you the polish. I've already worn this polish before, y'all. I want to say this polish might be 3 years old at least. So I'm going to show you some of my tips for making the polish still last, even if you've already opened it. I will say I always seal my polish after the fact. And I grabbed a little miniature flat iron that I'm going to use for that. Sometimes I use my heat sealer, bag sealer, anything that will seal things up, okay? But let me show you. This is our inspiration color right here. And this is going to be our focus color. It's called Candy Cane Crush. Can y'all see that? So what do y'all think about that color? Isn't that gorgeous? So that's going to be our color right here. And then I brought out a red just in case we need to mix the colors because I'm hoping I have enough of this one. But this is called Bed of Roses. And they have all sorts of colors out for Christmas. Like I said, the Candy Cane Crush. This was from a few years ago. You can see it. Thank you, Sunflower. Okay, so check out the link to my website for Color Street, and that will show you even more of those colors. And I'm going to switch my screen around a little bit, y'all, because I want to be able to watch my comments. There we go. All right, so my first thing I always do is I apply their nail strengthener, and I took a moment to do that while I was waiting to go live. So I've already added just one application of the nail strengthener. And this will help you if you're wanting to build your nails, get them stronger, grow your nails. So I always start with a base coat of Color Street's nail strengthener. I cleaned my nails off this morning. They have a nail polish remover that I absolutely love because it has a little bit of oil in it and it helps the polish come out. Okay, yay. I had to move over a little bit, Sunflower. All right, so then let me grab a paper towel because I want to protect my table. I keep all of my tools that I'm going to need in this little Ziploc bag. So we'll take those out in just a second. I like to clean. Uh-oh, I dropped it. I bring tweezers. I have scissors. Let me grab the ones that I dropped. You'll see what I'm going to use them for in just a second. They fell all the way over here, y'all. Hold on one second. Let me grab them. I use alcohol when I'm cleaning my tools. Before you get started, you want to wash your hands and make sure you don't have any oil on your hands. When you purchase your nail strips, they will come with an alcohol pad that looks like this. So this is what I always use to prepare my nails. It's their nail prep pad. Yes, we do have French tips. So if you like the French tips, you can log on and check that out too. So I clean my nails off with that first. So now I'm going to reopen my nail strips. And if for some reason these are a little stiff, because sometimes over the time, over years, they may become a little stiff, but guess what I do? I use my heater and I warm them back up. Some nail stylists, like I am a stylist, some will put these in their refrigerator or their freezer. That's their tip. But I just use my little heater. So I did bring my heater in here just in case we need it. And you get 14 or 16 strips. You get 8 on one long strip times 2, 16. And I only use 5 at a time. So if you can imagine, I am using my strips from the packet 3 different times. So this is probably going to be year 2 or year 3 that I'm using these. Can y'all believe that? So I'm going to take out the polish. You can see I've already used some from both of the strips right here. And you want to look and see which size will fit your nails. All right. So I love these because it has 2 different colors. One is like that candy cane, and then the other looks like the little powder, kind of like the crushed part. So I know that this size will fit my pinky. So I'm going to tear off one of these, and we're going to use that for our pinky. And one strip will fit 2 fingers. Okay. Now I need one for the ring finger, and I kind of like to alternate when I'm doing these. So let's place this one on the ring finger. I'm going to alternate the colors. And then I need one for my middle finger. So here we go, middle, right there. Now remember, if we wanted to mix it with a solid, we could, okay? But I think I won't need it because I have enough. All right, then I need one for my index finger. And I've done this so much, I know what size works. But if you're new to this, you would hold that strip over your nail. And that's how you can see if that size would fit. And then we need one more strip, and that's for our thumb. So I usually will use the larger of the 2 sizes for thumbs, but I can use either one. And I think that's it. So right now it looks like I only have one of that crushed look. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to mix and add in a second? If not, it looks like I have enough left to do my nails one more time out of this, y'all. Oh my gosh. So maybe this is my second time. All right, so what I'm going to do is take my unused nail strips, slide them right back into the little plastic sleeve, just like so. And who remembers how many did I tell you you get? How many individual strips do you get? Let's see who's paying attention. Bonus points. All right. And then all we're going to do is seal this back up. And we can use it next year this time. Or if I want to redo my nails before the new year. Now, I make my nails last 2 weeks, y'all. So I don't really ever get to rewear my polish. And that's why I still have these. All right, let me open this up. And I'm going to seal this back up. So let me just plug it in. Just like so. Let that warm up. And then we're going to get started. So while we're waiting for that to heat up, I've already added my base coat. So let me zoom in just a bit so you can see what we're going to do next. Okay. So each strip has a top little clear layer that's protecting the strip. So we're going to peel that off. Okay. And you can tell you're peeling it off because it has that little purple tab. Can y'all see that? And so all we're going to do, I'm going to use this one strip for 2 nails. So I'm going to eyeball it and cut it in half. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to cut it in half. And that is going to give me enough for both of my nails. All right, while I'm waiting on that to heat up, let's go ahead and cut them all. Usually I don't do this part right away. I do it as I get to each strip, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half because that's how I'm going to have enough for both fingers. See how I'm doing it? And I just put all of my little clear tabs off to the side. Now, if you should forget this step, I will tell you, you're going to need tweezers in order to get that little clear layer off. I've done that before, not on purpose. And it took tweezers for me to be able to lift that layer. So it can be done. It's just a little difficult. All right, another thing, let me point out, I did line my strips up in the order of my fingers. So pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb. That way, as I'm doing my nails, I'll just go down my paper towel in that order. All right, y'all have any questions so far? What do you think? I'm going to get a sip of water. Hello, Samuel. How are you? Welcome. All right, so I zoomed this in. I think it's warmed up enough now. All right, so all I'm going to do is just take this and that open edge, I'm going to seal it back closed. That just keeps the air out and it keeps them from drying out. And like I said, I'll be able to use my strips next year. Isn't that amazing? And I think these strips may have been $14. So y'all, for $14, I'm getting 3 different uses out of these strips. And I make these last 2 weeks. All right, look at there. And the names are on the back. So I always cut the end to open. I cut opposite the name so I can always see the name and remember. All right, I'm going to go ahead and plug my heater in just in case we need it. Let's put this back here so it can cool off. All right, there's my heater plugged in. Hey, Miss Trina, welcome. How are you? So happy to have you. We're doing something a little different today. All right, so strips have been sealed shut. Let's put that off to the side. All right, so I'm going to work in reverse from my pinky all the way to my thumb. And because I've already cut that clear, or not cut, but I've lifted that clear layer off, it's not going to take much at all. Once I peel the polish, the next step, you want to peel your polish off of your tab. I'm doing my nails, Trina. All right, and this doesn't feel too stiff, but I'm going to turn my heater on just a little bit just to make sure it's soft enough. I think it still is. When you buy your strips brand new, you will never have to do this, y'all. This is because I've had these strips for about 3 years. So I have my heater on low. And let me show you what I'm doing. I'm just putting it in front of the heater, just like this, letting it warm that strip up a little bit, just like so. Let me make sure my YouTube people can see. See right here, I'm just warming that strip up just a little bit. Hey, Miss Angelia. All right, so I'm only doing this, y'all, because this is probably my second or third time using these. And like I said, I opened these probably back in 2022 or 23. And then I'm going to place it on my cuticle. And then all you start to do is smooth it down. Look at there. Can you see it? Now, I want to make sure I heated it up enough because it feels a little stiff. I usually go straight to my nail. So I'm going to put my finger in front of the heater now. I almost could put the heater on the table, y'all, but I don't want to burn up. But see how I'm doing it? Let me see if I can put it on the table for a quick second. Just like that. This is my little heater that I keep in the bathroom. Now, why am I doing this? Because these strips are old and I've had them for years. And I opened them. And even though I sealed them, I noticed if they ever get a little stiff, guess what? I just heat them up. And I told my mom that little trick. That way you don't have to throw your polish away. And look at there. First nail is done. All right, you love it, Donzel? And then all I have to do, I think I'm going to put the heater, I'm going to put it right here on top of my trash can, if it'll stay. Yes, I love it. All right, now, remember I told you we were going to need some tools? So in my little Ziploc bag, if you order any of these from me, I always like to send you a glass file. Now, what do I use the glass file for? This is how I seal my polish. So I take my finger, hold it, hold the glass file, and I go in one direction. So I'm going to go down with the glass file, and it's sealing the polish on the edge of my nails, just like that. Just that simple. So I fold over the leftover. Then I seal it, and I use my tweezers to pull off the excess. And look at there. Nice, neat, and done. And look at there. There's my holiday nails, y'all, ready to go to the party, Christmas party, or whatever. Y'all love it? All right. And then I have a little bit left, so I'm going to finish. Just like so. Going in one direction. Now, some people, when they do their nails, they don't cut their strips in half. And guess what they do? They waste that whole other half. I don't like that. So look at there. That one strip, remember, we cut it in half. Look at there, Miss Trina. This is the other end. So I used one half for my pinky on the left hand. Now I'm going to use the other half to do my pinky on the right hand. So when I do my nails, I only use 5 strips at a time. Isn't that amazing? I mean, you can't beat that. All right, so let me go ahead and lift. All right. So there's a little tab. Remember, we talked about the purple tab. So you take off that tab that was on the other end. Now I'm going to hold this in front of the heater again, just like I did. So I'm going to hold it down here. I might try to clear my table in just a second and put the heater on top. It looks good, Miss Trina. Yay. All right, I got it soft enough. All right, now, I'm going to match the rounded end to the round shape of my nail. If you mess up, you can lift it, reposition it, and then all you do is you just start pressing and bending, wrapping it around your nail. And look at there, second nail is done. Isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness. All right, let me see if I can slide some things over here since we're not using this stuff. And I'm going to put the heater right here on the corner of the table and let it blow that way. All right, I'm going to heat it back up on my finger for a second. Miss Trina, what kind of Like used to paint your nails? Is that what you're saying? Used to do back in the day? Now, if you get any of it on your skin, all you do is you take your finger nail, and I use my index finger as my working tool, and I just remove that excess just like so. And now I'm going to use the file and go in one direction, just like that. Look how easy that is. Y'all, I started doing this during COVID because we couldn't go get our nails done. And then I just kept it up because it's more affordable. And I don't have to worry about sitting in a nail salon waiting for an appointment, like to open up, or sometimes even when I had an appointment, they wouldn't take me right away because we all know how appointments go. And look at there, second nail is done. Oh my gosh, look at there. Very easy. All right, so now we're going to do the ring finger. And remember, we chose the crushed look because I like to make my ring finger pop and look a little different. All right, so I'm going to use my tweezers to lift the polish off of the paper backing. Now, if you buy yours, when you first open them, you don't have to do this heater trick. The heater trick is because these are about 3 years old, and I figured out a way to still be able to use my polish. Some stylists put theirs in the freezer. Oh, this one, y'all, is real soft. Oh my gosh, hold on. I didn't know it was going to get that soft. So I hope I can still use it. Let me take it off first. It got so soft, it was sticking to my tweezers. So let me see if I can reshape it. And I'm going to have to go straight from my nail because it got so soft. All right. Uh-oh. Got to get it right there on the right spot. I barely did it. Now I'm going to put it back in front of the heater so I can get it back soft so I can finish smoothing it out. Here we go. It kind of folded a little, but I think I can cover that. Just like so. So I know this one's a little bit softer than the other when it heated up. All right, let me clean it up and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to use the file, go in one direction. And where it started to wrinkle a little, I think I'm getting that part right there. All right, let's take the excess off. Kind of want to redo this one, but I think I can, when I put my plumping top coat on top, I think that'll smooth it out. So I'll be careful when I do the right finger. Not bad though, right? Look at there. I mean, how did I do? See that? 2 fingers on the left hand done. All right. So let me prepare myself for the right hand now that I know it's going to get really soft. I think what I might do is go ahead and put it on my finger first and then smooth it in front of the heater, y'all, because it got real soft. So fresh out of the pack, no heater needed, y'all. This is just because I'm using old polish. All right, now I'm starting to apply it, and I'm going to put it in front of the heater to let it finish smoothing out on my nail this time because I saw how soft it was. Oh yeah, that was better. Woo! My heater is right over here on my table where my glue gun normally is. In fact, let me show you. See my heater right here? I'm just doing that, smoothing in front. Just like that. I'll leave the camera like that for a second. Miss Trina, looks good. Thank you. I'm just going to aim the end where I want it to wrap around my nail. I would pick a warmer day to do this too, huh? Like normally I don't mind the heat, but today was warm here for us. I don't know about you all, but we had about 61 degrees today. All right, so there it is. I have it wrapped all the way over. So now I'm going to take the glass file and just go over it just like that. One direction. Sometimes I move my hand And then I notice sometimes I move the finger, but just know that whichever one you want to move it in one direction. Okay. It is. All right. Then I use my tweezers to remove the excess polish that folded under now that the glass file has sealed it in. Y'all have any questions? What do y'all think so far? And I joined Color Street, y'all. It was 2022, I think, if I remember correctly. It was either 2022 or 2023. I need to look back, but I've been a stylist for several years now, and I love it. They have transformed so many beauty products. I wear their eyeliner. I wear their mascara now. They even have eyeshadows. Oh, Miss Trina, I love it when you talk. That keeps me entertained. Don't feel like that. You can talk, but I get what you're saying. Talk away, though, okay? All right. And I want to make sure this corner is sealed, so I'm going to give it a little bit more heat right here. So, yeah, I thought we'd do this today because this was on my list, and I said, I really need to get my nails done. All right, look at there. Two nails are done. Look at there. All right, so now let's do the middle. All right, same thing. So we're taking 1/2 of the strip that we've cut. We're going to lift it from the paper backing, just like so. And I might do the same thing and just go straight on my nail because it is sticky. It's just not as sticky as it would be. Now, if the polish is not wide enough, because I know sometimes people have told me their nails are, oh, look, it actually did go on better than I thought it would. Some people's nails are wider than the strip. You can stretch the strips, okay? And if it's too wide for your nail, they do have petites. All right, now I'm going to use the heater so I can wrap it. So they do have petite polish as well. The neat thing is, if you have leftover strips, you can put these on your feet. So if you want your pedicure to match your manicure, you can do that. They do also have pedicure colors. The sizes are made exactly for your feet. So lots of things are available on the website. You'll have to go check that link. All right. So now I have it all folded, wrapped around my nail. So let's remove the excess. And if I'm not talking, y'all, and teaching and walking you all through it, I can do it in about 20 minutes. Some stylists and customers, I've heard they do theirs in the car. You can do it anywhere. I've done mine in the hotel before. I haven't tried the car. I don't know if I want to try that because I get car sick a little. I don't want to risk that. But look, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at my Christmas nails. I'm loving it. All right, let's do the other nail with the other half remaining. So see, you peel it off of the paper backing right here. And then this side has the tab. So it's a perforated edge. You just pull carefully. You don't want to rip it. This one is called Candy Cane Crush, Miss Trina. It's from a few years ago, so I don't know if they still have this one. You can check the website. Every year they launch new colors for Christmas. All right, I want to stretch this one just a little. Sometimes my right middle finger, I don't know if it's because it's my handwriting, like hand and finger, but it looks a little wider to me. So I just stretched it just a little. And then now I'm wrapping it all around. Yep, so let me show you again. It's called Candy Cane Crush right there. And it looks like this. Those two colors come in there. So you can literally mix and match your mani. Hey, Mom. Oh, it's okay, Mama. I was trying to get on because I was late hopping on the live because we were out running some errands, y'all. I didn't get to tell y'all that, but we were taking care of a few things. We ran to the mall. I was picking up some like pickup orders, and it was packed at the malls. So I'm doing both hands at the same time, Miss Trina. I do the pinky finger on one hand, then I go ahead and immediately do that pinky finger on the other hand. That's just easiest for me because the strips are cut and I can keep up with it. And I have them in order right here on my table. My mom wears Color Street sometimes too. She loves it. All right, y'all, I'm almost done. And we've only been live for 30 minutes. Now, mind you, I'm talking and teaching, so I'm taking a little longer. But still, you can't beat that. And it, you know, when you're new at it, it's going to take you a little bit longer, but the more you do it, you'll get used to it. All right, this one's a little wide, but we're going to use this one for the ring, or not the ring, the index finger. Okay, there we go. And then I'm using my heater to heat it up. Let me show Mom, because I've been telling Mom how I'm doing the heater thing. Look, Mom. So I put it in the heater, in front of the heater. And I forgot to tell you, this is dry nail polish. So it's already dry when you put it on. It's 95% dry, and it finishes drying that last 5% on your nail. So it will actually cure while it's on your nails. Yes, it's faster than going to the nail salon. And usually I wait and do mine at night because you don't want to put your hands in water right away. Give it a couple of hours. So usually after I get ready for bed and I'm winding down, that's when I like to do my nails. All right, so this one was a little wide for my finger, so I'm using my index finger as a tool, and I'm just making an indentation and removing that extra polish that's hanging right there. See that extra polish? Just like that. And I removed it. And then I'm going to get my tweezers to remove the rest. Oh, and y'all, I forgot to tell you, normally I wait and do my index finger last because it is my tool. So save your tool finger for last. I should have done my thumb, but I'm so busy talking to y'all, I forgot. So I always do my index finger last. So I'm not going to do the other index finger yet. I'm going to wait. I save my index finger for last because it's my tool. If your thumb is your tool, then save your thumb for last. But look at there. Y'all, my nails are almost done. And I'm going to finish in time for my mom's live. Ha, ha, ha. I love it. All right, my thumb broke earlier today because I hit it accidentally earlier this week. So it's a little shorter. So I'm not going to need all this polish. So I kind of cut this one a little small right here. So let's just add this to the thumb. It does, Mom. Yep. So I've been doing it both ways. You can put it in front of the heater first, or this went on a little bit, but you can see it really didn't go on enough. See how it didn't go on? So I'm going to put it in front of the heater like this, and look at how it's getting soft. Oh my gosh, see how it's flopping over? Like it's so soft now, I'm going to have to be careful. And then I'm going to press it on my nail like that. And then I'm going to put it back in front of the heater. And as I'm wrapping it around, it's softening it up again. I love the candy cane too, Miss Trina. So softening it up, just like so. I'm going to let it really hit it for a second. There we go. Making sure it adheres. Just like that. All right, then I'm going to zoom you back in. Then we take our tool and we just go right over it. Just like so, in one direction. They have other colors for Christmas, like when I was looking in my stash, because after I wear my colors, I put them in a makeup bag. Hey, Sister Julia, how are you? So I have like a red and green. I don't know the name. I'd have to grab it to tell you all. But I saw that one in my stash. I also have one. I should know the name of it. It's a popular theme that you see at Christmas. Kind of reminds me of a sweater. Hopefully it'll come back to me in just a second. Now, this one's a little short, so I couldn't get that edge like I'm trying to. Let me see if I can do it again. Now, here's what you can do, Miss Trina. Some of my customers, they order the color streak and they take it to their nail stylist, like at the salon, and they will put the polish on for them. And I didn't know that until a customer told me about it. All right, I think I did pretty good right there. I'm going to take this one and trim it just a little with my scissors so I don't have to use my nail as much. There we go. All right. I'm going to try to trim this a little bit. There we go. All right, my thumb is done. Look at there. Yeah, so you can take it to your stylist at the nail salon. All right, let's do the other thumb. And then we only have one more finger, and that's the index, and we're done. All right, so let's get it soft again. So I'm going to hold it in front of my heater. And again, for those who are just coming in, I'm only doing this heater because this pack I've had for like at least 2 to 3 years. At least. It might be 4 years. I'll have to go back. I'll check in just a second and see when I ordered it. So that's the only reason I'm having to do the heater. Otherwise, you just open them up, put them right there on your nail. But this is having, the heater is making them pliable again, giving it that sticky softness that it normally would have. All right. Then we're filing with the glass file. Thank you, Miss Trina. And I also have the written directions for how I do my nails. So anytime I have a customer order from me, they get those directions with all my tips. And that's actually what it's called, Faith's Tips. Can't remember if I have those available online. I need to put them online too. But if you want those tips, comment hashtag tips and I'll send them to you. Oh yeah, it goes with my candy cane wreath back here. Look, Donzel just noticed that. He said it. Yeah. All right, thumb is done. Look at there. All right, we have one nail left, and that's this one, index finger. All right, remember I skipped it on purpose because that's my working tool. All right, last one, we're going to lift the nail polish from the paper backing, remove that perforated tab. Okay, just tear it carefully. Clean up some of my trash here. I like to use my paper towel, y'all, for my trash too. All right, let's lift our polish. And then let's see if I can put it right on my nail. Remember, this one's going to be a little bigger. And then I'm going to put it in front of my heater. Thank you, Miss Trina. I do too. So now I'm going to be all ready for the holidays. I've been wanting to do this. I just hadn't had the time. So I was like, I'm doing it today. And we're doing it together. All right, I'm just heating it up in front of the heater right here, just like so. Thank you. And Sister Julia has her polish too. Have you tried it yet, Sister Julia? There's so many colors. I have so many colors. I would have to change my polish like every few days to wear all my polish. So I have so many colors. All right. Glass file, then remove the excess. And then usually after my polish cures, I will slowly put some lotion on. I don't put it on the nails. I put it on my fingers first because usually my hands are a little dry and I'm ready for some polish. Y'all, we are finished. And let me show you what I do after I do the last nail. And then I'll show it to you. Let's turn that heater off. First of all, we don't need that anymore. Okay, Sister Julia, we need to have a nail polish party. I know I said that before. All right, I like to seal it with Color Street's plumping top coat. This gives it a little height as I'm sealing it. It almost makes me remember the days when I used to get acrylic on my nails. So it's almost like adding a little layer. So let's seal it in. Slide all that over. And I need to get more of this. I don't know. Let me see if I have any more of this, y'all, because this one's getting kind of low. Hang on. I'm going to leave the bottle there so y'all can see it. Plumping top coat. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I only have a few minutes, but let me show you what I did. I gotta watch the clock now. It's getting close to 7. I didn't remember if I had the polish in the house because, you know, I take it when we have our in-person events. So I was asking Mr. Touch of Faith, I said, did we bring it in? And I remembered everything is in here. So we won't have time for me to show you a lot of things, but look at all the lipsticks and lip oils that they offer. Can y'all see that? And if you go to the website, you'll see this, but I just want to show you. This is from my in-person setups. Here are some eyeshadows and blush palettes right there. I think there's a bronzer in there. I have some nail strips in here. They have eyeliners. I think Sister Julia has eyeliners. Eyeliners, lip liners. Look at all that, y'all. Gorgeous colors. But what I wanted this bag for is, let me see if I have any more plumping top coat. They have a matte top coat. I may have to order some more. They have a nail primer. They have cuticle oil. I mean, look at all the things they have. All right, so I don't see any right here, so it looks like I'm going to have to order some more. Here's another lipstick. I mean, look at all the beautiful lipsticks. Okay, so let me put this away for now. Let me focus. Sister Julia says she loves her eyeliner. Yes. All right, so I was hoping I had another plumping top coat, and I'm pretty sure I don't. Let me look one more place, y'all, okay? I'm going to zip this back up. We'll have to play in this box later. Let me look in one more place, y'all, and I'll be right back. All right, so guess what? I'll be placing my order after the live. So we're going to make this work. Now, I could use the nail strengthener on top, but I really want to use this instead. All right, it's almost out. You know how sometimes we put nail polish remover to loosen things up? You probably could do that. I've not tried it. Let me just see how it glides on. It's kind of a little stringy, which is how I know it's time for a new one. And I'm going to make it work. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit on my nails. I'm turning it upside down so I can really get to the bottom. I think I'm going to leave it on its side so it's not having to work so hard each time. Just like so. I like that little trick. I feel like I need a little bit more on the ring finger, so I'm going to do that again. And I think for my right hand, I think I'm just going to use my nail strengthener right now. So I'm not even going to struggle with this. If I had my nail polish remover, I would loosen it up a bit. I don't know if that works. I have not tried it. But just to save us some time, because I've got to hop on my mom's live in a minute, I want to redo that ring finger because I don't feel like it had hardly anything on it. And that's too much. So let me wipe some of that off with my paper towel here. Just like so. All right, now I'm doing my right hand. I don't think I did that thumb. I need to go back because I was testing it. Do y'all have any final comments, questions, thoughts while I'm wrapping up here, doing the last few nails? Normally I put my finger down, y'all, like this. I can see what I'm doing. Take my time. So this will work for now. It just won't have that height like the plumping top coat has, but it's going to work. And you can still place your order now and get it in time for Christmas. All right, let's take a peek at my nails and see how I did. And y'all can tell me what you think. All right, here we go. Let's look at the nails first. What do y'all think? How did I do? Let's come a little closer so you can see. There we go. So my YouTube people can also see. How did we do? All right, y'all. What questions do you have before we hop off of here? And I'll give us just a moment. And I have thoroughly enjoyed spending my evening with you all. And we had an opportunity to do something a little different. And I'm so thankful for each of you for being here. And I hope that you have had an amazing time as well. So I look forward to seeing you all back on my page, which will be Tuesday, prayerfully. And we'll see what we'll do. Tuesday is my last day of school. We have 1.5 days. So Tuesday is a half day. I'm so excited. So when I see you all again, I will be on Christmas break and I'm so excited. Donzel, I have not finished my tree yet, so I may be able to come back and show you some of that. I hope to capture some in video. I'm still fluffing it. It's taking me a little longer, but I'm taking my time doing it and doing other things as well. So have an amazing night. For those of you who follow my mom, I'll see you over on her page in just a few minutes. But know that I love you all so much. And don't forget to go look for God, because when you do, you know you have found that something good. And remember, God's got me, God's got you, and we've got this. Have an amazing night. I'll see you back hopefully Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Love you. Bye, everyone.